It's Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's exciting because today is the day of the Yoshicoin rally.
Yoshicoin, Yoshicoin.
Yoshi!
Yeah, baby. I'm buying Yoshicoin. Are we live, bud?
Oh yeah, we're live. I mean,
sweet. So okay, so let's give some context here, right? So we gave 1 million Yoshicoin like 22 days ago. Okay, dropped 1 million to 1 million accounts. No, wait, we dropped 1 million. How many accounts, Corey? You're on mute.
We can't hear you, buddy.
No.
Well, we minted 1 million coins, and so I'm assuming that we gave them out to a very, very, very diverse bunch of people.
Yeah, exactly. So so basically, most of the wax community. There you go. Yeah,
All right.
Most of the wax community celebrated it and loved it, and there's a few that I don't know if they're just upset or woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but there was a few people that were complaining. Spam alert, you shouldn't do that. It's bad, bad, bad. You guys are bad.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, it's been like over 20 days. And if you really don't want to be holding Yoshicoins to receive these incredible drops, then you can burn them. Or guess what? You could sell them. You could even sell them to me if you want, right? Because I'm buying. We got these the same way everybody else got these. If we held the certain project in the wax ecosystem, for example, if you're holding Blockchain Heroes or Bitcoin, just I can't even think of all the, kind of partnered on this drop with several wax blockchain projects, from Alien Worlds, Blockchain Heroes to Cogs, on and on. So if you're holding at least one of these assets in your wallet, you were dropped 1 Yoshicoin, right? Per project that you're holding. So there's a few that were upset about this idea. And so we said, hey, you can either burn them or you can sell them. And, unless you completely hate money, like Corey so politely puts, they're currently going for, I don't know, like just under $4 right now. So anyways, we use these for the upgrade memberships in the Yoshi NFT digital vinyl lifetime music subscription, which goes live today, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So you can take two of these Yoshicoins and upgrade it to a clear lifetime membership, or you can take 30 of these coins and upgrade it to the black membership. We're only doing the first 2 tiers today. The next tiers are a fast follow. That'll be announced early next week. But the first, we're getting the community into the first 2 tiers, clear and black right now. And then you'll be able to upgrade those clear and blacks to silver, gold, and platinum as we roll out further. So basically, we are just telling those people that just did not like money and did not want these coins, to give them an opportunity to sell them to us, because we got these the exact same way everybody else did. We didn't just magically gift a bunch of these to ourselves. The ones that we're holding are ones that we've actually bought. And the reason why mBlu's buying them is because I want to be able to gift these. I was thinking of silver memberships to 2 close friends, and then I want to gift a silver membership to a community member that smiles really big and adds sunshine to the community. But man, oh man, these prices are starting to skyrocket. So that would mean mBlu would have to buy 270 Yoshicoins to upgrade, to then give those lifetime memberships away. So, woo!
I got tendonitis on my middle finger because that's my Atomic Hub clicker finger, and I just keep, It's a tough life. It's a hard knock life.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, I saw you brought up the 1 minute promo video that.
Yeah, I mean, let's watch it because, like, you really have two options right now. Well, three. You can burn the coins and get nothing. You can give them to us and pass on the gratitude and charity because we're happy to get something. Or you can learn about the membership, tiers, which is kind of going to blow your mind.
On May 27, 2021, Yoshi dropped 1 million Yoshicoin music NFTs on the Wax blockchain. We currently live under a regime where we don't own our own music, where the true music enthusiast can no longer collect and share their music without difficulty. YoshiDrops smashes this paradigm. Imagine being able to discover new music, collect all your favorites, and build collections while earning rewards. With YoshiDrops, we have made this all possible while empowering artists and fans alike. Yoshi dropped 1 million Yoshicoins to jumpstart a music ownership revolution. Now, does the word revolution get used too much? Yeah, but this time it's actually true. And now, we're rolling out the Alpha YoshiDrops membership upgrades. Come along on the ride with us as we evolve the future of music. These memberships allow Yoshi to drop random digital vinyls into accounts based on their membership level. Once you own it, it's yours for life. These unique and limited lifetime memberships mark a turning point in music history and will be cherished and valued as a marker of the time when artists and fans flip the script. YoshiDrops. Collect, earn, empower.
Sweet. Yeah, that voice sounded familiar.
Wonder who it could have been.
Indeed. Yeah, so Corey Cottrell is visiting old mBlu. It's his last day. We're taking to the airport about 2 today, and so him being here, and we're working side by side. And I was, putting this promo together. I'm thinking to myself, who has a better voice? And Mr. Corey Cottrell. So he's the one take wonder kid. He brought him over. We tweaked the script. We had our other partner, Kristen, from the Legend side, weighing in on her feedback and guidance. And then Bammo, he just delivered that buttery narration over the top of the video. So thank you, Mr. Cottrell.
Actually, the whole idea that I get to, he's just right over there. You could hello, hey. The whole idea that I get to work in the same house, in the same office as mBlu this week is it's really good. And getting to hang out with the whole Legend team. We went out for a little happy hour last night. I met Carolyn, who's our HR genius, and Cody, who's this dev organizer dude, and Nathan, who, I don't know if you guys know Nathan Rempel. He's a hyper genius. It's ridiculous. And the rest of the team, Rockwell and everybody else. It's been real good. Really good. Yeah.
I mean, I picked up Corey from the airport. There's a fun waterway, close to us, like a natural spring. So I picked him up at the airport, took him to the spring. We had our noodles floating in the spring water, and that was our first face-to-face business meeting, and team meeting, and it was awesome. I mean, just the amount of problem solving and solution that we came up with in that 90-minute meeting, it's pretty awesome. So I can't wait to have more meetings like that.
Heck yeah, it has to be company policy. Just everyone, get your bathing suit. We're going to Barton Springs. Get your fanoodle. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so I'm currently buying. I know Corey was buying earlier.
Yeah, I got 80 so far, and I think I'm gonna see if I can get some more here.
So you're 10 away from a silver.
Yep.
I mean, my strategy is never buy the lowest one because I get frustrated because they're flying off the shelf so fast. It's already bought by this guy, already bought by this guy, already bought by this guy. So now I just go 2 or 3 up, and then he's the one that's getting already bought by Kanzai Crypto, and I get to go, ha sucker.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, guys, we're number 14 on Crypto Slam right now. That's insane.
That is insane.
From stuff we gave away. That's that's got a special kind of magic to it, in my humble opinion.
This is totally true. It's all you, I am. Like I've noticed that a few times.
You know, Yoshi, tell us about, well, first of all, we're working with some mind-blowing musical talent, also visual talents as well. But, you know, since we're really focused on the music component, the talent that we're engaged with right now is literally mind-blowing. We have a high-level meeting tomorrow with an act that's just, I think, is going to be huge.
Yep.
You know, like corn huge.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz huge.
Yeah. So anyways, love those guys. But yeah, you sent me a track yesterday from a submission, Yoshi, that you actually flipped over head over heels, saying this is a hit. These guys are awesome. Do you want to like give us some of that? I guess give us the scoop, man.
Well, guys, like first of all, I'm so happy and grateful for all the engagement we be receiving, right, guys? Like it's like hundreds of emails about all the songs, and I'm a producer and I'm a writer, and it's fantastic. But one of those emails, yeah, I found some really good song, and they're serious producers and writers are very serious. So I told, you know, I'm so happy that this guy was like, hey, I have 500 Yoshicoins and I love your project, and yeah, and great. And then they're professional, like, you know, not that it's better to be a professional or not professional, but you know, those guys are you know, doing music for a long time, and I can tell their house is full of gears and like great collaborations and talents. And so, you know, I'm happy to, you know, we did it, you know, like we engage these people and then they understand, but just by reading or watching what we do, and then they get it, right? And then they get that, hey, this is the way we should explore it. And then I'm happy that, you know, it's happening, and finding out that a lot of people already use Wax. So I'm happy about that too.
Oh yeah, I mean, Wax is a sleeping giant. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of time before we see some explosions over here. But you know, one thing that's that we haven't really talked about, and I don't know how deep we want to go into this, but you know, and Corey being here in the last 3 or 4 days has been just awesome, because we've been able to, you know, brainstorm and really just kind of bring up the innovation several notches. So, you know, not only is this, you know, music subscription, and these upgrades are lifetime memberships, and you'll be receiving random drops of awesome from all the acts that we work with. But we've also defined what we think is a game changer for the touring artists as well. So we're working with an act that is got something like 100 live tours scheduled. We're rolling out a really innovative model surrounding that. But yeah, the touring space is another add-on to this whole YoshiDrops ecosystem, as well as, I don't know if Corey, you want to kind of hint about the whole other wing to YoshiDrops.
Not yet. Not yet. It's too big, and I don't want to get out too far over our skis. But let me just say this: like, you know, we are all part of the Lgnd Art family, right? It's a big company now, and you know, Lgnd Art is a brand that's servicing very high end, you know, art producers. You know, we got this Pierce Brosnan thing that's coming out and pretty soon, and the Platon is one of the best photographers in the world. James Jean, one of the best artists in the world. Like, Lgnd Art is a big effing deal, right? And so, you know, the Uplift is part of that ecosystem, and you know, mBlu and Yoshi and I get to kind of, well, and the rest of us, frankly, are doing this YoshiDrops thing, right? which is for a much wider audience of artists and visual creators and mass market kind of thing. We're all sort of operating under the same team, and we started to realize we're going to need some tools for Upliftium, for Yoshi Bucks, for the token that will probably come out of Lgnd, for NFT DeFi, and different things. And there's some tools that we can create or fork, I guess, might even be a better idea, from places like Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum and even Matic, that would be perfect for us. Be a really, really amazing tool to have on the Wax blockchain. But it would also be really, really amazing, a suite of tools to have for literally everybody else, like every other project. And so, yeah, let's just maybe leave it there.
Hey, I want to thank all of you that are creating these Yoshicoin bundles, because that makes it easy for mBlu
Yes.
to.
Yes.
Yeah, it's more expensive, but I would rather pay a little extra to get 30 in one shot than clicking 30 times. And my connection for some reason today is really slow, so it seems like 5 times the amount of time to do an order. So these bundles are working out nicely. So
I never thought about this before, but I was thinking today, like, if you go onto a regular exchange, you can just market buy, and like, how useful would that be right now? Like,
I would
just market buy everything across the box.
Those bundles is kind of how I see that, right? It's like I just need, like, give me 80, just take all the wax and give me 80 of them.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be able to do my plan. Give 2 silvers to some dear friends, and then give a silver to or a Yoshian / Upliftian person that gives a lot of value in the world with their smiles. But yeah, so let's talk about the elephant in the room today. There's a couple pink elephants in the room today. So one of the elephants is, the memberships start today for clear and black. Okay, the silver, gold, platinum, diamond will roll out soon. Soon follows. We'll be talking about that next week. So you'll be able to, once at 12 noon, we will give you the instructions in the YoshiDrops official channel, Telegram channel, to how to actually upgrade 2 to get your first clear YoshiDrop lifetime membership, or to convert 30 into the black, right? So those are the only 2 we're doing today, so don't do more. The other elephant in the room is we are dropping Pierce Brosnan to, I don't know if you all know Pierce Brosnan, 007, the world famous actor, right? He is also a world famous artist. I mean, he's sold paintings for $1.5 million in the past. I mean, he's a legitimate artist as well as an actor, as well as Mr. James Bond, right? So he is chosen Lgnd to do his first NFT drop through, and Lgnd and Pierce has chosen YoshiDrops to actually drop the first piece through for free to all of you Yoshians, right? Everybody that's got 2 at this point. If you don't want YoshiDrops and you're holding on to 2 coins, this is your time to sell those to us, because we're buying actively right now, or to burn them, right? Because if you have 2 Yoshicoins or more, even if you don't upgrade to clear, you're going to be in the YoshiDrop family. So meaning, when we have a Pierce Brosnan or the others that are coming, you're going to be receiving these YoshiDrops, right? So that's the first tier. So if you're holding on to 2 or more, you're in the family. So if you don't want to be in the family, this is your time to burn them or to sell them. mBlu, Corey, Jimmy, Yoshi, Nick, you've got.
I mean, like, thousands
Nathan,
of other people, right?
Yeah.
Like, thousands of people are jumping onto the YoshiDrops train. If you don't want to be on it, cool. right? There, people are waiting to buy your Yoshi coins or just burn them if you hate money, which is allowed. Like, you're allowed to hate money if you want. It's weird, but like, you know, you're allowed to do what you want. But yeah, I mean, this is the line. Like, anyone saying anything after this, and like, just imagine how silly these people are going to look in a year. And again, like, no, you don't have to take part in other people's projects, but like, boy, egg on the face, just lots of egg, all the egg on the face.
Yeah. So today at 12 noon Eastern, the Pierce Brosnan earplugs drop. It's sick. It's one of the better NFTs I've seen. Right. The Lgnd Studio, in partnership with Pierce Brosnan, have some amazing NFT pieces, and one of those attached to Yoshi Kondo's music, by the way, is being dropped to all of you Yoshians today that hold 2 Yoshi coins or more, whether you've upgraded or not, right? So we're still in alpha, right? So we're still before all the upgrades and all the foundation is set. We're early days. We're in alpha and we're dropping Pierce Brosnan. What does that tell you? Right? So we got big plans. We're talking to big players. We're not smoking mirrors. We actually have a plan, and we're talking to people that are doing some really cool things in the world. Great musicians, great artists, and it's all coming through YoshiDrops. And we have a whole list of goodness that we can't even discuss yet, because Corey said, let's not get over our skis, right? Because the more you tell, the more everybody's going to be saying, hey, what about that whiz-bang thing that you promised a year ago? We're thinking, well, that whiz-bang thing actually had to morph into this whiz-bang thing and be divided by 16 times 10. And that's what it is now. And it's a little purple instead of red. So I'm sorry. So I guess, what I'm saying is the less that we communicate at this early stages, probably the better for, the community sentiment, because I'd rather under promise and over deliver.
Yeah.
So there are some things that we can communicate, right? Like we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Like we have grand visions and we have big plans. And if you didn't quite unstake enough wax for today, or you're trying to accumulate some wax to build your memberships up, you got time. You got tons of time, right? This isn't a 1-point drop type of thing, right? This is an ongoing ecosystem that we're building, to allow people to come in on the ground floor and help us shift the paradigm to make it a win-win-win all around, and then some, right? Like, so, what you can do today and what you can do a year from now, it's kind of the same, right? There's no rush. I mean, there's a rush if you want to get in, today, like me, because I want to be the first one to, get that, membership, but there's no rush, right? Like, you got time. You can slowly ease your way in. You can build things up. You don't have to go full throttle and go straight to diamond, right? Like, you can layer it in like you do all your other assets or all your other investments, and that's kind of the way it was designed intentionally, right?
Well, and to that note, diamond is going to be. It'll probably be a couple of years before we see anybody get it. Well, who knows, right? Okay, strike that, because there's some players, but
there's some players,
right?
Like,
but what I'm saying is diamond is a big deal. So, like, I hope to be diamond someday, right? Like, I can't just be diamond. Like, Yoshi himself cannot just be diamond, right? This is something that we have to earn up and build up over time. These upgrades are upgradable forever, right? So you can slowly get there over time. And that's part of the Yoshi Buck ecosystem within the app, which we'll be able to, talk more succinctly and give more details about in the future. But there is a way for everybody to get on the upgrade train in a meaningful way, right? There's a process to it. It's not all about how much money you have and how quickly you can buy things and upgrade. There's also a way for everybody to win here. And that's what it is that, we're trying to find that sweet sauce, that sweet spot of of the win-win-win, where it's not about just, the guy with the deepest pockets, being at the top. Yes, that is part of the equation too, because it's a win-win-win. I mean, if the whales win, guess what? If the whales weren't in Bitcoin, there would be no talk about Bitcoin, right? If the whales weren't in Wax, right. So the whales need to have their space too. And I actually applaud the whales because they bring liquidity, they bring in the FOMO. Yeah, we're applauding them when the price is going up, and then we're shaming them as the price is going down. But that's part of the rinse and repeat, paradigm we're in right now, which won't be forever, because 5-10 years from now, this crypto market, when it's fully mainstream, everybody's in it, it's going to be so much less volatile. So, we're in the moment in the crypto space to where you can become, extremely wealthy because of this volatility and because of the whales. Quite frankly, it's the whales that are making, the non-whales rich, if the non-whales play it in a smart way. Anybody have any color for that?
You know what I like about? Sorry, go ahead.
So somebody asked a little bit up the thread. What happens to the Yoshicoins that get sent in to trade in for these memberships? Well, as a company, we now have those Yoshicoins, right? We could sell them out. They might go in promo drops, whatever it is, right? They have become the currency of our space. And so when people send them back into us, we have the opportunity to sell them back out into the market. And what it means is the more people that are becoming part of this ecosystem, and you can tell there's people coming in from all over the place. I'll tell you right now, I didn't see this taking off the way that it is. I should have, because Yoshi and mBlu are fucking fantastic. Like I should have seen that coming, frankly, right? But like the musicians that are coming on board and the energy that's starting to get piled into it, didn't see it coming at all, and it's amazing. And so, seeing how much energy that is around now, it's not that hard to extrapolate where things are going to be in a year, right? So to the point where like we're all going to look back and be really, really excited when Yoshicoins were just 20 wax, because now they're 2,000 or 10,000. Right? Like mBlu and I have been brainstorming, working backwards from what does a $10,000 Yoshicoin look like? Right? How insane is that? Is that remotely possible, or does it break any laws of physics? And I can tell you right now, no laws of physics are broken, right? What it means is there's millions of people in the YoshiDrops ecosystem, and people are clamoring to get a hold of these Yoshicoins, and there's only 1 million of them.
Well, and also to add, I don't foresee, until we get smarter, minds in the room than ours, right? And they're entering the room now, talking about the legend side, the business savvy guys on that end. I don't foresee us ever selling Yoshicoins. So it's the ones that we're bringing in, are, yes, they're in our inventory. We can leverage that value in some meaningful way, and we've got some ideas about that. But I see those as recirculating back into the ecosystem when we have 1 million plus people in the ecosystem, and they're needed, right? Because these are the only way to get the lifetime memberships. And, I don't know about you, but I want as many people as possible to have lifetime memberships, because there's going to be a lot of fun surrounding that. And, I don't want to speak in financial terms, but just, a lot of fun in this ecosystem of owning your own music, collecting your own music, creating your playlist, selling your entire playlist if you wanted to. There's going to be so many dynamics here that, the more people that we can have in as these lifetime memberships, the better. We're going to have monthly subscriptions, but those are going to be monthly subscriptions. They're not, these, really cool upgradable, NFT lifetime membership. So, and
of course you can buy a membership, in the legacy system, but then, you probably have to pay a renewal fee. You probably have to do something here or there, sign something here or there. These aren't this. You hold them in your wallet, right? You hold these in your wallet, and that's your membership's fee. It never goes away. It never moves. You get whatever it entitles you to for life, and even the people who you pass that on to after. right? That's a really amazing thing, and I think really groundbreaking. Love is the answer.
What's up? How you doing?
Hey.
Love is the answer, by the way, and that's why I like your project. What's going on here, I think, is like you said, it's a win-win-win. When you can have, I guess, like rich people and poor people working together for the same goal, it kind of pulls the bottom out from underneath the power structure, I guess. It's holding up the money, and allows people to interact in an honest way and maybe just see what happens. So that's what I appreciate about it most, I guess. Also giving a lot of artists just an opportunity to be seen and heard. I think it's beautiful.
And Blue actually really touched on a very important part that, it's, you can get rich. You can go ahead and get some cash and stuff coming in. But what we've done here in the Yoshicoin system is actually made owning music fun again. You can have all these playlists. You can have all of, the stuff, and you put it on your thing and you listen to it. Great. You may have a little bit of a party with some people and they'll like the music. But that's where that stops. With Yoshicoins, you'll have a collectible NFT. You'll have exclusive music videos. You'll have a lot of really, really cool stuff that just doesn't exist in this ecosystem today. And if you can't really have fun doing a project, it's just that's the component that's missing. You always got to have a component of fun with the profit, because if not, then it's just the money grab. And no. But anything that Yoshi ever does is always fun. I love the guy. He's great. And I love the fact that each and every person draws off of that energy that he has to make everything not only wonderful and incredibly awesome, but also as fun as can humanly possibly be.
And as our good friend Corey always says, like, we reserve the right to change our mind. But imagine a world where, 10 years down the road, we have never sold one Yoshicoin. We've just been cycling through the system to build and add value to. There's never been one that's been, released and sold by us. Imagine that. That's a real game shifter, right?
I'm going to argue with you guys on this. I don't think that's the way to do it.
Okay, sell us.
Here's the thing. It's like when it comes to land, right? We're giving away $1 million worth of land this month, right? It is attached to buying land or buying mining packs at the end of the month or whatever it is. So we're maintaining that value. If we just have these coins and we just give them out, we're eroding the value on them. But and I love the idea of not just like we're going to sell them for $5 or $10 or $20. That's boring, and I completely agree with that. When we have the app like that, the vision, mBlu, that you've described so well, and I'm just starting to kind of see it as much as you are now, where you're going to the app and you can play your NFTs, and the music that you own, you could set those things up as a playlist. And sell the playlist or have people stake Yoshi bucks to your playlist to vote for it. Like, there's a lot of really, really cool things here, right? So as you earn Yoshi bucks, let's say you pick up, one NFT, or if you're just on the app and you don't own any NFTs yet, maybe you're making a playlist on the app and people are staking to your playlist because it's so freaking good, and you're earning Yoshi bucks. Like, coming from zero, you're earning Yoshi bucks, and you earn enough Yoshi bucks to get a Yoshi coin. Right now, there's that expression of, we've got people that are coming into the system. They're creating value for the system, creating playlists or, staking to other people's playlists, whatever it is, right? And they're earning Yoshi bucks. And they might have some Yoshi bucks miners. They're earning Yoshi bucks. And if you earn enough Yoshi bucks, you get lucky to pick up some of the Yoshi coins from us. That way, we're creating an engine of value, right? So people are engaging in the system. You could start from zero with nothing, and we could find a way to make sure that you're earning a little bit of Yoshi bucks just for being part of our ecosystem. But then when we have Yoshi bucks leaving our pile of them, they are of immense value, right? That way, when other people want to buy or sell their Yoshi coins, they're going to be getting some value for that as well. What do you guys think of that?
That's why you're my partner, buddy.
I think that's the way to really incentivize activity and interaction. I mean, a lot of companies, I hate that because I am sort of in the corporate world. I get laughed out of rooms for preaching love and community, but I think it's cool when you can incentivize in a genuine way, community and interaction, and allow people that literally have nothing to kind of get involved and like
That's
build up to
right.
something. It's so beautiful.
Right. That's the important thing. And we're talking about ways to do that even for the Uplift, right? Because it just, we feel really, really strongly about this ability for, you know, anyone that has access to the internet, that has a phone, you know, could get in and be a meaningful part and engaged in our ecosystem and loving the music and, you know, sharing it and, you know, earning Yoshi bucks, you know, at, you know, that sort of entrance level, but where you don't have to buy anything. You're just there and be part of this family. Right. And you can bootstrap that up. You could like, you know, do enough stuff in this ecosystem to like actually get a Yoshi coin. That's a goal. Like I like those. Right. And, you know, we set that exchange rate at whatever the exchange rate is, you know, at the time or whatever, right. To make it fair. But now we've also valued Yoshi bucks. Right? Suddenly, people want to buy Yoshi bucks because it is the only way to get Yoshi coins from us.
Love it, brother. Yeah.
What else? World peace next. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
beautiful.
you know, and that was a flashback to you know, we had a Legend happy hour last night, and you know, a bunch of the team got together, had some drinks and some really good appetizers. And Corey was just on fire, right? I mean, I was just sitting back watching him just explain the whole DeFi NFT space to people that knew about it and had kind of like a high understanding of it, but didn't really know the value proposition. And Corey was just, you know, 10 minutes straight, just like laying it out in such a passionate, clear way. I was sitting back just smiling, going, damn, I wish I was recording this.
You had a moment.
It was quite the rant.
It was great, brilliant. So
Yoshi swaps. Yeah. Did you tell Yoshi about our insane idea?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I haven't got into the details, and I don't know how far in the weeds we want to get on this call, but
no Corey bucks ever. Don't make Corey bucks. That's weird. Because I want to just keep making Yoshi famous because he's way more adorable than I am, and it just makes sense. We have this like big idea. I don't think we should get into it yet. We have this big idea about taking some technology that's being used on, you know, Binance Smart Chain and elsewhere that is very, very intense in the DeFi space, and it's something we can bring over to Wax that we're all going to be able to use. Every project will be able to use. We're trying to think of like, you know, they all have names like sushi and freaking like pancake and like all these food things. I guess I'm like letting the cat out of the bag here, but they all have these food names and like that's dumb. And like, well, we've got like Legend and like this is what happens when you leave mBlu and I in a room. Like, we should just call it Wedgend. Or maybe like Wedgie. We were stuck on Wedgie for a while. Wedgie's a terrible name. Wedgie's absolutely very bad. Right? And so we're like tossing back and forth, like, what should we call this thing? And maybe we just call it Legend because like that's really epic. And yesterday, was it Nathan that said, like, why don't we just call it Yoshi Swaps? And everyone was like, that's it. That's the one. I want that. Fire that into my veins. Let's do it. So anyway, Yoshi Swaps. Well,
yeah. So we have YoshiDrops, Yoshi Swap, and Yoshi Shop.
Man, I mean, yeah, Yoshi. Sorry, buddy. Like we're just gonna kind of make you famous. Like I hope that's okay.
He wasn't famous already.
Well, famous.
Okay, good.
You gotta give the guy. Yeah, there's like famous. And like, oh my god, like he's like bigger than Microsoft. What the hell happened?
Yeah, there's crypto famous and then mainstream famous.
A thousand years from now, people will be digging in the archives and they pull out the book of Yoshi.
Yeah. Legit. El Salvador is going to be like, did we really need to use Bitcoin? We should be on the Yoshicoin train for our currency. And like, yep.
Yoshi, I was telling these guys the other day about the danjuri in South Osaka when there's that guy standing on the top of that float and there's all these crazy people just grabbing ropes and running as fast as they can around corners and the guy on the top's trying not to fall off. I think you might be the guy on the top.
No. Yeah, those guys are crazy. Oh, guys, you guys are like amazing. Thank you. So crazy too at the same time.
Can confirm.
Amazing and crazy. I've been called that many, many times. But when it comes from you, I love it.
10,000% APY, baby. That's cool. I like it. Good.
Hey, so Nathan, you know, I don't really know you, but you know, I already love you, man. So can you tell me about you?
Yeah, and thank you, by the way. I love you guys. I've been a fan for a while. I'm kind of like Ken's sidekick, I guess, in some ways. I do a lot of podcasting, art, music. I'm also head of NFT strategy at Super World. So like that's my kind of corporate job. I do like a lot in this space. I'm a consultant, investor, everything. But the one thing that got to me most was I was an artist my whole life. And I got into trading, investing, and blah, 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 kind of the boring side. And realized like there's nothing really for me here. Like there's nothing for me as an artist. I'm getting into this soulless money, you know, finance thing, and it just felt gross. So I was kind of in some ways like maybe gonna leave, and I discovered NFTs like, you know, a year and a half ago or so. And I was like, oh, maybe this is like the place where I can get in and fit in immediately. This is kind of that opportunity that I can use to take the space that I actually in some ways love and know a ton about, like blockchain and crypto, and just apply my artistic abilities in a way where like I'm feeling fulfilled and my soul feels like it's not trapped in a box somewhere. So I was sort of leveraging my talents in the blockchain and crypto world to the point where I can get to this part, to where people could see me as a creator, as a personality, and I could sort of make my own way a little bit. NFTs have given me the freedom in some ways to make a leap. Like I've got passive income streams. I have the ability to kind of like 100x a dollar in some way. Like a lot of us have learned this skill. It's interesting. And then learning that like we could basically print our own money and start our own communities to where like money didn't have to have like actually a dollar value. It had like a community value instead. And that's something I learned like working with Ken really closely and people in the Wax community, because I was originally on ETH, and like I'm even friends with like some of the like, well, let's just say, yeah, I'm friends with like the Buterin family a little bit. I know a lot of friends in that community, so it was weird at first. Like I felt like I was viewed as sort of a traitor, but everybody's been cool. Even like my sort of like maxi type friends. They've sort of had no choice but to understand, because I'm showing them what I'm doing here, things I'm creating, and the money that I've made and like given away to friends and like help people do stuff. I don't know. It's a fun space, and you can't do this stuff in ETH. You can't spread this type of spirit in finance or investing traditionally, or even traditional art and music, because the power structure, the claws come out, you know?
Right.
So the regime and blue.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where I just feel like the space has been really accepting, and it helped me kind of put the pieces together. And now I'm in a position within the next few months to probably just take the next step, which is getting rid of my day job for real and going to that next level, just being an independent artist, musician, and personality.
Yeah. Well, let's get you on board YoshiDrops, man.
Let's go.
Definitely. I'm down.
Let's do it.
I'm down. I have like between 500 and 600 pieces of artwork that are just in my hard drive.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. And they all sell out. Like they've all been doing good. Like it's good work. I just, I think I, for a long time, was like nervous to really put it out there. It's been well received. So now I've got my foot on the gas pedal.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. So basically for every album cover you make, like you can attach it to a Yoshi track or your own music if you do music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're working with a ton of musicians. But the low-hanging fruit would be to pick one of Yoshi's 300 plus mastered tracks, one that speaks to you, and we attach your art piece, your album cover for that piece, right? So how I envision it is that you go through his library, you go, oh shit, this is badass.
Yeah.
And you just kind of listen to it over and over again while you're scrolling through your library of art and go, this one, it'd be perfect for the song, right? And then you add whatever twist to it if you've inspired, or just as is. You submit that piece of work with the title of the track that you want to attach it to. We then attach that art to the song. We create 6 levels of digital vinyl rarities, from clear all the way up to diamond, and we give you every mint one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we give the artist, you know, if there's a collaboration between a musician and an artist, then we you know, divvy up the mint ones, right? But you know, when you're attaching your art to a Yoshi track as the visual artist, you get all those mint ones. So you get the highest value piece in the collection, and then you can do whatever you want with those, right? You can collect them, save them, share them, or upcoming in the future, we'll have the Yoshi Mint One Gallery, to where you can also, we can do shows and events around, you know, selected artists and pieces. We can do editorials around it. We can advertise it, you know, or people can just go in there and just list their mint ones for the, you know, either sell them for a price or do an auction with those mint ones. So anyways, we're truly wanting to create a win-win-win, you know, and then a good percentage goes to producing oxygen, planting trees, upcoming sea kelp farms in the world.
You know what would be great too. You Nathan, you and Ken should do like a little music department thing, like bi-monthly, cool. Right? And then we do attach with Yoshicoin, and then blast off like one like our favorite musicians, or because I know you guys get approached by rappers and music guys a lot, right? So you guys should like gather up the talent, right? And do like listening party or something like that. You guys in Kenny's in Miami, so there's a lot of studios there too. Let's like do the collabo thing. You guys do your own thing too. And then but what comes to like when a big project comes out or you care about, let's drop it on YoshiDrop. And then just do it like bi-monthly so that it's not rushed or anything. Just take your time. And I know that community, like I'm one of the community too. Like like when you show up today, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that
would there be a place for like, because like one of my friends, this is actually maybe a good thing you brought that up. One of my friends is this producer named Lgnd. He's like pretty well known in the industry. He's got a couple Grammys and stuff. He did like Moana, Hamilton, like some big stuff. Yeah. And I'm doing like a collab with him. I'm doing visuals. He's doing music. Like that'd be an interesting one.
Hey, we know each other.
Oh yeah, you know him?
Yeah. We had we
of
used
course.
in the same studio. Yeah. we know each other.
Ramon. Yeah, it was awesome, dude.
Well, here, hey Nathan,
let's do something.
So this is how. Okay, so for example, let's say you and Ken have your own NFT record label, right? Because you know all these different artists, and you bring them on. You do the visual layer for them. And you do drops with your musicians and so forth. So how YoshiDrops comes into play is that then you give us one of your promo pieces for one of your bands, right? Or artists with your art and however you want it, right? So then you go, okay, here's our album cover for YoshiDrops, right? And so then we create our 6 layers of digital vinyls. You know, it's kind of our own thing, right? So it's completely different from your drop. So what we do is you go through us first as the promotional layer. Our whole ecosystem gets those 6 layers of rarities dropped into their accounts from holding 2 coins on up. So it spreads the word out in the ecosystem. You get that velocity. And then the backside art is a QR code that goes directly to your guys' drop, which is, or however you guys want it, right? Like that's, you know, it's your brainchild. We can also partner with you on that to do certain things, right? But it doesn't have to be partnered. So you can think of YoshiDrops as basically promotions that pay, right? So you are getting the word out of your artist. It's this promotional piece. We make these digital vinyls. It's its own little thing. It's separate from your offering, right? But it's highlighting your art and your artist, right? Yeah. So there's other tiers of, you know, of workability and partnering on things. But at the base high level, that's kind of how you can think of it. And Yoshi, your idea of like the monthly, music listening party or whatnot, that, yeah, I mean, I love attaching music to art and this whole ecosystem because, music is what gets us through, right? It's just, it's the bonding thing. It's the universal language.
Yeah.
Right. Some of Francesca's my wife. We've been married for 20 years. She's from Italy. Right. She's fluent in English now, but when we first met, she wasn't. But some of her favorite songs from growing up were some of my favorite songs growing up. But she didn't understand what the hell anybody was saying. So she was telling me what she thought they were saying. And so she was like, so most of the world, when you talk about English, English speaking music, most of the world doesn't understand the lyrics, right? They just feel the beat, they feel the rhythm, they feel the sentiment behind the vocal. But it's the universal language that pulls all of us together, and it strips away, for the most part, because there's some political leaning artists out there that sing about politics, but excluding that, music is something that, is just universal. It's felt, it's shared. It's something that ties us all together. You can be at a rave and have completely different political leanings, but when you're in the groove of it, right, everybody's just one. And that's what I love about this space and attaching music to art and NFTs, because now you've got this universal language that people can gather around, build community, build value around, and not just necessarily monetary value. But that's a big component of it, but the social value and the connection. So,
well, it gives people their time back too. Like when you engage in these type of communities, you're accidentally kind of getting some money because you're just like showing love to each other. Like that's freedom. Like, unfortunately, we need money to live and coexist and to, in some ways, be happy because there's so much pressure, right, in society. Like, look a certain way, have certain things, blah, blah, blah. Even comfort. Like, if you don't have like the certain comforts, people make you feel bad. Like, if you didn't have like air conditioning for some reason, like you couldn't afford it, people would probably try to make you feel like shit about that. But like, one thing about these projects is, it's like you said, like political leanings maybe don't matter as much. Personal opinions on things don't matter as much, as long as we're able to like kind of rely on each other on a base level. It seems to be what's important, sort of like communities were thousands of years ago. I think Wax in general is more community oriented. But Ken and I were talking recently, like he was like, how many friends did you lose arguing with politics in the last 4 years? I was like, none. And he's like, me either. And I think it's a good point. Like, I think a lot of us in this space, we didn't lose many friends because we're like generally more understanding from the start. And I think projects like this and just generally anything on Wax that seems to have community around it, these just seem to be like positive community builders, I guess. And they seem to make things sort of immune from those other money challenges, power issues, I call them. Like, even in a large company structure is normally what would try to pull something like this off, like these frameworks. And you would see on a high level, the greed start to develop probably in like a month or two, because people start altruistic and they start, start out a certain way. And it quickly, their attention is diverted by the power. It's not necessarily the money, but it's the influence. It's all these other things. I see that you guys have resisted that, and it's pretty unique and interesting. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's for me personally, I'm not doing any of this. Well, that's not true. I mean, because we're kind of, human nature for the most part, unless you're a completely enlightened being, we always kind of want more, right? So for me to say I'm not doing this for money would be a lie. But let's just say that's not the primary motivator, because once you have a certain amount of money, more money doesn't make you happier. so I'm kind of at the stage in life where I'm happy, right? Like if nothing changed physically, like in my life right now, I'd be happy as a clam here on out. So it's like, I have the understanding that more isn't going to make me happier, even though I'm kind of programmed to be that way, right? It's like, ever since I was a little boy, it's like, I was out pulling weeds for neighbors, or, selling, cloves, or, I remember selling onions door to door because, why not, right? And so I've always been like this entrepreneurial spirit, trying to make it, right? And I've, and I feel like I've made it, right? But now I'm kind of in this more for how much good can be created out of this? Like how many people can we make smile, right? Like, I get, occasionally Telegram messages, because we drop a lot of free things out there in the world, right? So NFTs, and people just like going, holy shit, man, I sold this for like $20. It's something free I dropped in, $20, right? It's like a couple cups of coffee. But, you don't know where some of these people are. I mean, it could be Venezuela or, somewhere in Africa, or in $20 could be, a couple meals, right? Or feed the family, or who knows, sometimes they sell them for several hundred, or in one case, several thousand that I can remember, that actually allowed somebody to make a move from a bad situation into a better situation. And their response was, and these are things that are, unsolicited, but, I get these messages from time to time that are just like going, that's winning for me. It's like, how much of that can I create? Right. Whether I ever meet these people in person or not, it's not the point, but just knowing that, that this is happening because of this technology, right, is just a huge motivator for me. And I know Yoshi too, and Corey, Jimmy, I know you're on the same bandwidth, and Nick. Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to add color to that and some of the experiences you guys have had surrounding the space and just being accidentally generous, right? In some cases, right? Like, sometimes we push something out, like these Yoshicoins pushed out for free, right? And now trading for, I don't know, $3-4 each. I've seen some of them sell for, I think the highest one was like $400, right? So, that's kind of like this, this accidental generosity thing, right? Like, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what the unintended consequences of that is, right? Hopefully all good, right? So I don't know if anybody wants to add some color to that.
Well,
I don't need to add color, but sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, like, if it was any other stream and any other day, I'd want to add a chop to that, because that was freaking brilliant.
It nailed it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, that's the power of giving, it's that general rule of reciprocity. Like, things do come back, but also like not stopping others from getting what they want too. Like, allowing people to get what they want out of it is important. Like, you can have whatever you want in life as long as you don't stop anybody else from getting what they want. That's that rule. It's the number one rule. So that's one thing I like too, is things like this allow that to happen, where you can, by giving away something for free, you can be very well taken care of, and everybody else gets an opportunity to like 1000x. You can't 1000x zero, obviously, but like, imagine getting like some shit coin at like 0.00001. Like, you're still paying for that, and then you're hoping it will 1000x. Like, in this case, you're getting it for free and knowing it will 1000x. And that's kind of very unique. It doesn't really happen anywhere else.
Yeah.
I've never seen it happen, really.
Yeah, and this. And
I think we should. Sorry.
And this goes back to my statement with with injecting fun into everything. It takes it takes a half of a second to go ahead and, you know, give something away, but it takes a good amount of effort on somebody's part to make it fun. And if you can make it fun, then the free thing that you gave already has an extra little value of it. You know, I mean, the art that was done for it, that's freaking amazing. But also the other fun that's coming is basically you get such a value for this free little thing that you got for supporting not only the YoshiDrops community, but all the other community out there, like just reading a couple of names off, like Crypto Stash, Crypto Monkeys, The Hustle House, Shipletopia, Nasty Hooks, I'm a Stupid, Crypto Miggy, Dogecoin Kid, Our Planet, all this kind of stuff. Because
I did a collab with Doge yesterday. Shout out.
Nice. Good. And, you know, I mean, just the mere fact that you believe not only in Yoshi's vision, but also in all the people that we partnered with, that you believed in that also increases the fun factor, because you are now building that community that is going to support this free little fun thing that you got, and it's going to make it more profitable. It's going to just make it better. So when you inject fun into anything, it's already 1,000x, 2,000x. And ask anybody on this panel, ask anybody in the comments section here, ask anybody on Telegram. One of the things that I love to do is just make stuff fun, because if it can't be fun, I just really don't want to do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why I almost quit my job every day.
Exactly.
Well, let's put up some gratitudes. Who's got some gratitudes? I personally am grateful for all the, you know, things that we're doing. Just the few of us that started out together, and how much we synchronize, and how much I just get along with like everyone individually and together. I mean, I met Yoshi like really recently, and it's like, you know, we've known each other our whole lives, right? Like I've been doing like this with a lot of you for a long time, but it's just amazing to me how much sheer, you know, grit and determination and brilliance comes up just every time we're together. And like, you know, Nathan said earlier, I'm grateful every day that we seem to have our, you know, our vision and our sights set straight on what positive change we can bring to the world, as opposed to eliminating into something else. And I'm really happy about all of that. So yeah. What about you guys? Who's got a gratitude?
You know, I'm really grateful to have met Nathan today.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm grateful for all of you and thankful for all of you, and just, I think for life and love in general. Like, I've had a good amount of struggles too in the last year, but I think because of like structure and support and community here, I've been able to kind of keep giving, and kind of even at times pour from an empty cup, which is like, some would think is like kind of impossible to do, but it's really not. I mean, it just takes a good amount of visualization, I guess. But like, you need to just keep giving and giving and giving and giving, and be willing to give until you've got nothing left. And that's when the things really start to come back. And so I'm grateful, I guess most grateful for just opportunity, whether that's for me, for others, anything.
That's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
So what's 5 times 50? Wait. Okay, I actually did it, guys. I did. I bought the 270 Yoshicoins needed.
Baller.
So what I'm doing with that, I'm gonna once the silver upgrade is available, and that's probably next week. We've got clear and black starting today at 12 Eastern time. Instructions on how to do that will be in the Yoshi official Telegram channel on how to do that. It's really simple. But what I'm going to be doing with these that I bought today, and thank you for all of you that sold today that didn't want these.
Yeah, it helped out a lot. We appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Yeah. So so what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to upgrade to 3 next week when silver is available, and quote unquote next week. We think it's next week, but upgrade these 270 Yoshicoins to 3 silver memberships. I'm going to give 2 of those to dear friends of mine, and I'm going to give one of those silver memberships to a Yoshian that just tickles me, right? Like they add value, they smile, they help in the Telegram. They're generous with their words and their kindness. They just make me feel good, right? So I'm going to be on the lookout for a Yoshian that just is just a positive force in the world, and I want to reward that positive force with a silver lifetime Yoshi membership.
That's the way to
awesome.
do it. Incentivizing good deeds and positive interaction, and then weaning people off of the reward, and then eventually just having it because like we enjoy the feeling.
It becomes part of the culture. This reminds me. So we got 2 days left to get on the uplist. Nathan, do you have your own section of the uplist yet?
I don't think so.
Unacceptable. We're gonna fix that. So yeah, Nathan's gonna get to bring on 5 or 10 people that embody exactly what you just said.
Oh
right?
man,
like
I've got a good network too.
I believe it, right? So for the uplist, we're finding those people that are lights in our community, and we're empowering them to like, hey, when you find people who are grateful or who are going to be amazing parts of this community and bring joy and kindness and goodness in that win-win-win philosophy, put them on this frickin' list. And that uplist is gonna it's already, I didn't see this coming and I should have. It's gonna be bigger than just the uplift because the other projects are already asking if they can add value to it, which is amazing, right?
That's
like
so cool.
Sooner or later we'll be doing some crazy YoshiDrops thing onto it, I'm sure. Right. So within because there's some stuff coming, within the next 5 days, you're gonna want to be on the list within the next 24 to 48 hours. And the only way to get on there is to find somebody who's on the list and impress them, right? Just be like, hey man, this is what I want to add to this community. What are the things that I need to be all about? I'm like, hey, practice gratitude. What are you grateful for? So next week, because I bought a bunch of Yoshicoins as well, I'm gonna get the silver membership as well. Jimmy, next Friday, I'm just gonna give it away to the person who has the best gratitude. And we'll maybe spend that whole Friday just putting gratitudes up on the wall.
I like it a lot. That's awesome.
Cool. Nailed it.
And I just have to. I also just have to throw out my awe and amazement of mBlu. I see what you did there. You used your powerful marketing. Your powerful multitasking skills to be able to woo us with your words of wisdom while you bought up all the cheap Yoshi coins. Nicely played, my friend. Nicely played.
Distracted you.
Yeah, that's why I bought mine this morning.
Ken Bozak would like this. Well, I don't want to refresh because I should take a screenshot of this. Okay. So I just looked at the Yoshicoin market and I'm seeing 3 right in front of me. The first, they're all 420. So I'll have to make an NFT out of this and gift it to Ken.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can pass any messages you want. If you want me to playfully like mess with them too, I can mess with them on a daily basis for you guys. Also, let me know if I should shout anything out. Because he gives me free privilege to just kind of do whatever. So hit me some messages or whatever,
Just shout out how awesome Ken is, because he's
definitely. He changed my life in a lot of ways. He was just like, do you want to be my co-host? And it changed my life. So I appreciate him more than you could ever know.
That's kind of how I feel about Corey. I totally understand what you mean. Right? I totally got it. Yoshi, do you have a gratitude for us?
Yes. Today, I'm grateful for the music we built together.
That's good.
I go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I really, agree with what Blue was saying. The little thing that can change someone's life in a big way. It's happening to me too, but I can't wait to do that to every creator and artists, and especially musicians, who are working hard but not really compensated the way they are. So just happy about that.
Your sign is magical. It had stars coming off of it. I like it. One more. Nick, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for generosity overall. It's once again, it starts with the generosity of the man, the myth, the legend in everybody's mind, Yoshi. And the vibe that he put out has fed through the entire community. It's feeding through every person here. I know it's now affected a couple people that's sitting out there in YouTube land. There's a Telegram group that has grown. Let's see, what is the number on that right now? 1,362 members, and it keeps growing and growing and growing. So the act of generosity from Yoshi has not only infected me, it's infected countless numbers of people, and it will still infect billions for years and years and decades to come, because Yoshi decided, hey, we need to make things better. I've got a bunch of cool stuff that I built. Take it, it's yours. So your act, once again, I mean, broken record here, your act of generosity has not only inspired a movement, it's inspired every single person that's here and involved with this project to be the best that they can be generous, be kind, show the world that, you know, damn it, we can have some fun and make some money.
Yes.
And we can all come together as one to make the world a better place.
Well said. Well said.
And to think it all started out with, you know, a seed of desire to plant a few trees. I mean,
And don't forget the bees. Gotta dig the bees.
Oh, yeah, don't forget the bees.
Yeah.
Trees, bees, and Yoshi.
Well,
how
who
can
wants
you go wrong?
Yeah, and I'm gonna need to jump here in a few minutes, but who wants to talk about the bees for a second?
To be honest with you, we can only do so much. There's one person that I wish was here today. She could talk our ears off about it, and that is Chris Tuttle. At some point in time, we need to go ahead and just need to recreate this scene right here, put her in so she could sit there and talk about how bees have detachable wings and how they can go ahead and just be, you know, with the different queens and all that fun stuff. For all intents and purposes, she is the bee queen of our society here. And it was because of her, once again, it was because of her generosity, because of her dedication that inspired me, and also the inquisitiveness and the overall, you know, innocence of a very, very small, tiny Zen master known as Leon, that I created a virtual bee sanctuary by the cathedral. And we are going to put bees in every project that I'm making for the Uplift. There's going to be a bee anywhere around it, because we need bees.
Yeah, they're becoming almost as ubiquitous as gratitude monuments. And how amazeballs is that, right? Like, this is the message we're putting out there. It's like, you know, bees are vital. Like, they're really, really, really vital. But it speaks to our wanting to care for our earth and our ecosystem and understand it better, right? And it is an absolute fucking honor to be part of this community with you guys. Like, what the hell? Like, it's just, you guys are amazing. So I don't think I threw a gratitude on there, but I'm grateful for this community that is just so shockingly intent on bringing more good into the world. Like, what?
Seriously?
What's happening?
NFT Hive too. Ben from NFT Hive too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Blasphemy! I can't believe I missed you. I'm fired.
That's all right. No, it's all right. Like, I know where you live.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey.
What's your Twitter handle?
Love is the answer.
Love it.
That makes sense.
But it comes out as because Ken gives me shit about this all the time. Nathan 588936696. Change it. But I'm lazy, and I think I just want to be humble, so I don't need like anything special there. But also,
Okay.
how are you gonna find me?
It's Nathan. What now? Nathan. Oh, okay. Got it. 5888. Okay.
Yeah, and the love is the answer with the little Einstein image. And
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's me.
Yeah, I just tweeted you and Ken.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
But Corey's grateful for this community.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And I'm gonna play with it a bit. Sorry, man.
It's all right.
And it's amazing. Buzz.
Nailed it.
All
I'm
right.
seeing Corey cringe internally at the pun.
I'll live.
He's got builder rights. He can fix it. I mean, there were enough sea lanterns that were dropped in somebody's temple that had to be removed. I'm sure he can remove a pun or two. Now, what we really need to do is create a hall of puns that he can't touch.
Wow.
Hall of puns.
That's brutal. Why you gotta be like that, Jimmy? Why you gotta do me so harsh?
Well, this is an interesting scenario here because you have one of the server guys here that could probably do something like that.
Yeah, I can fire you though.
Yeah, but Blue would hire me back on.
That's true. Damn it.
But I mean,
Right.
if you ever find Corey AFK on your land, feel free to encase him in a wall of dirt, with a torch and a pun right there. He'll love it.
That's criminal.
All right,
But yeah,
brothers,
thank you everyone for joining us.
Before we jump, a couple things happening today. Pierce Brosnan, amazing artist, dropping through Yoshi today. The big Pierce Brosnan drop is happening this Sunday at Lgnd Art, Lgnd.art. Check it out. He's an amazing artist. Yoshians can look forward to a Pierce Brosnan epic drop today that's attached to a Yoshi track. And also 12 noon Eastern time, the clear and black upgrades will be live. Go to the Yoshi official Telegram channel for those instructions on how to do that. It's super easy, slick, but you basically are going to be sending 2 of your Yoshicoins to receive the NFT clear membership, lifetime membership, or 30 Yoshicoins for the black lifetime membership that'll go live today. That's going to be indefinite. These upgrades, it's just the beginning. So all these NFT memberships are all upgradable too. So once the whole tech stack is done and we've got clear through diamond, then you'll be able to exchange your clear for black, or your black for silver, or your silver up to platinum, and all that will be outlined on YoshiDrops.com in the coming days. But that's the announcements, peeps. Much love.
Much love.
Day.
Love you all.
Love is the answer.
Love is the answer. Let's do this.
Nailed it.
Ow!